Welcome back to our Zoned In Media breakdown of the Red Sox season thus far. They are 3-2 on the year. Heading over to Oakland again tonight. Late game once again. They split the first series against Seattle. They won the first one 9-0 against Oakland. Coach Brendan joins me today. Coach Brendan, what do you think of the Red Sox so far?
So, you want to make sure that this isn't fool's gold by the guys they're playing. Like Seattle, they have a great rotation, amazing arms. The bats are a little suspect. They did just clobber Cleveland last night. I think they dropped 5 runs. Cleveland's a great pitching team. Oakland, they're terrible. They don't even belong in the majors. And then you're going to play Los Angeles. You're going to play the Angels, and they're garbage as well. So they might go off to a hot start, which is good for this team. They need a hot start, but you want to make sure it's not fool's gold. Defense looks good. The pitching looks phenomenal. The bats have been a little suspect.
Yeah, I'd say so far it's been a much better start. Just looking at the team in general, I would say that the fielding looks obviously better. I think Trevor Story being at short, just defensively, the bats obviously suffering, but just defensively at short, he looks very good there. I think that Devers so far looks okay at third. I think he still will have his moments where he's not exactly a major league third baseman. I think he's eventually a first baseman long term. But I think so far the fundamentals are there. Like you said, I think the batting is a little bit. I would say it's Tyler O'Neill against the world right now.
They're not the same when Devers isn't in the lineup.
Absolutely.
When Devers is in the lineup, they have a superstar threat. Like, he looks like he's in his prime. He is pounding the ball. A lot more discipline, which is setting up good pitches and good counts. O'Neill and Rafaela have been flourishing in the beginning here. O'Neill with 2 bombs already through 5. And then Rafaela, when he threatened the triple there against Seattle, beautiful stuff.
That was.
Yeah, he's an athletic kid, wicked fun to watch.
I mean, Rafaela, Connor Wong, and Tyler O'Neill are carrying this lineup right now. I don't really see Devers. I think his shoulder's still bothering him. I hope it's not a recurring issue the whole year. But I think the Trevor Story, it's going to be a 200 to 230 year. I mean, he's
best.
It's not there. The bat's never been there outside of Coors Field. He's just a marginal hitter.
He's going to be 180. Unless he turns it around, I think he might bat 180. It's bad. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. But Yoshida, he hasn't really had the power either. At least a little more consistent. Right now, they're forcing Story in that third slot, and it looks terrible. Cassis as well. He's starting slow like he did last year. He's going to have to make the proper adjustments to what the pitchers are doing in his sophomore season.
Yeah, I think that pitchers are attacking him with a lot more breaking stuff. Yeah. And I think that's always all these young guys. I think it's the ability to hit those breaking pitches, the off-speed pitches.
And to lay off them,
Absolutely. I think that it's always I think he can always hit the fastball. I think every major league hitter can obviously hit a fastball. It's the breaking stuff and how to adjust to that and how over 162 games, how these pitchers are going to adjust to you.
On the positive front, I want to talk about the staff. Andrew Bailey comes in, and all of a sudden, they're second in baseball in WHIP, and they have 1 walk through 4 games against Seattle. And then they look really good. Pivetta gets 10 strikeouts, and Whitlock gets Tanner Houck gets 10 strikeouts. But everyone goes at least 5, and they have a great performance. They don't give up more than the starters didn't give up more than 2 runs. I think 2 or 3.
I think it's just fool's gold.
I
think that it's the level of competition. Like, take out Julio Rodriguez out of that lineup. You have a few good players: Jorge Polanco, J.P. Crawford.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's okay. The A's, obviously the A's. There's no real competition there. I think when they start facing the Baltimores of the world, the Yankees are off to a hot start. I think when you see teams like that, you'll really see what these guys are made of. I think Bayo has the makings of it. I think Whitlock, Crawford, and Houck, I think those are the 3 guys who you really have to look at and I don't know how they can really perform against these teams.
I think Cutter Crawford could be the biggest X factor on the roster. If he becomes a Pivetta-esque, where he develops 3 legit pitches. All of a sudden, Nick Pivetta, he added the third pitch, the slider, and now he has 2 great off-speed pitches to use with his money four-seamer. So I think I know Cutter has the velocity, I know he has the command and the stuff. Can he go the length of a 6-inning stretch? He started out pretty well against Seattle, and he's going to dominate Oakland soon. I don't know if he's even going to play in this series. It's only 3 games. But you have to sweep the A's to go into Anaheim strong.
Yeah, I mean, this A's series, this should be an easy 3 wins. So I just don't really see them losing a game. I think the A's are going to lose at least 100 games, probably 110. So. Yeah,
and my biggest take about starting off against a really weak West Coast schedule in the beginning is building your confidence in your club. Going into the season, I didn't expect Tyler O'Neill to be playing at the level that he is. Same thing with Cedane Rafaela. Both those guys, if they become legit threats on the offensive side of the plate there, along with the defense being well and the pitching having a lot of confidence, they come back to Camden. Actually, Camden's coming to us. If they play the Orioles with a lot of confidence and they do some damage in that series, that would be a good start for the Red Sox. You're waiting for that East Coast.
I just had one more point. It was mentioned on the Nesson broadcast that Emmanuel Valdez, there are people in the organization who think that he swings a lot like Juan Soto and that he kind of looks like him, a younger Juan Soto.
Why did we trade for Grizom? Why do we believe this?
I don't understand what they're looking at. Yes, he might model his swing after him, but he's gonna hit 250 at best. Juan Soto is a $500 million possible player. Emmanuel Valdez is a backup infielder the rest of his career. I don't understand where they're getting this notion from, unless it's Uke just blowing steam where he shouldn't, but
that's what it sounds like. It sounds like Uke just had nothing to say and it just let it rip, because I don't see that. I mean, sure, maybe his swing looks a little close, but if they were so high on Emmanuel Valdez to this degree, then why is Nick York still in AAA? Why didn't we trade Mayer? Why do we trade for Grizom? Pablo Reyes, what's he doing here? Like, why isn't Valdez playing every single game? You know what I mean? Like, sure, you're going to go through some lumps with the glove, but if he's that, then why are all these guys here? You know,
Rafaela can play second too.
Yeah, like, Rafaela played second last series.
I didn't understand the comment at the time, and I think every day that passes, I think I'm more confused.
Yeah, honestly, and that's the other, like, the Brian Bayo, Pedro Martinez thing. That's another one where it's like, what are we talking about here? You know, like,
yeah, Pedro's getting gassing him up and all that.
Brian Bayo, his ceiling is like number 2. I don't know if he has the command to have the fastball I don't know if his fastball can ever have the command of being an ace where he can use it whenever he needs it. He has filthy stuff between slider and changeup, but I don't trust the fastball. He didn't trust it. It was opening day jitters, so we'll see what it looks like tonight. Maybe build some confidence against Oakland, but I don't know if he has the ceiling to be even a third. Oh, 3/4. I won't say a third. He can be half a Pedro. You know,
he could be half of Pedro.
But dial it back on this stuff.
Yeah, I think all these comparisons need to stop in every sport. This isn't just a baseball thing.
Yeah.
When they're comparing them to legends, they just got to stop.
Just got to relax.
Just let the kids be kids. So that will do it for our Red Sox talk. There's a lot of good baseball coming up. Hopefully we have meaningful baseball in September. Long way off. Long way to 162. We hope you keep joining us for these talks throughout the year. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Have a great day.